What's up, YouTube? First and foremost, shout out to Alien Army. Raise up, stand up, hit a like button, and definitely drop a comment. If you don't know what Alien Army is, those are people that rock with me heavy, they rock with me tough, they're subscribed to me, they always hit the like button and drop a comment. All comments really do help out, unless you're going to be rude or nasty. If you're going to do that, then don't even bother. But for the most part, I always, like 99% of my comments are always good. Drop a comment. If you don't know what to put as a comment, put an alien emoji, type in UFO, and put a UFO emoji, put a thumbs up. I do respond to 99.9% of my comments. I do that, because if you're gonna take the time to write something to me, I'm gonna take the time to read it and respond. I'm gonna jump in straight into this video. Don't know what I'm gonna title. This is probably like homeless plans and updates, something along those lines. Excuse me. Oh, real quick too, before I even jump far ahead. If you want to show me love or you want to bless me, my Cash App is the same as my YouTube. And more importantly, I almost forgot this, is checking in. You can type that in there too as well. Also, anybody that wants to reach out to me, to talk to me privately, I did make an email, so you can do just that. If you want to shoot me your phone number, if I have a chance, and I have no problem chopping it up with you. If you want to send me a personal message, talk to me and stuff like that, that's totally cool. I understand that there's some people that might offer me, like they have a homestead, or if you, something along those lines, or you just want to chop it up. It's totally cool. I'm gonna throw the email right now. It's alienarmycontact@gmail.com. I'll put it in the description as well. That email is going to be alive from now till the foreseeable future. So anytime you want to message me, you can do that. The only thing that I'm worried about with throwing that email out there, and I just made it today, is I don't want everybody sending me messages there and forgetting the comment section. So make sure you put in the comments, you know what I mean? Still put the comments in there, and send the private stuff over there, and we could chop it up. I'm looking forward to that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna jump into this video. Now I'm gonna jump in straight to this video, excuse me. Just to let you know, I do clear my throat, and I do a lot. I do have an inhaler, and I've had to use an inhaler for quite some time. So that, and I think it's mostly a nervous tick. When I'm talking to people regular in person, stuff like that, I don't clear my throat as much, and I don't gasp for air. Nervous, and I have anxiety and all that kind of stuff, and being on camera. I'm comfortable, but I'm not as comfortable and fluent, as some. I'll leave it like that. All right, so first things first is yesterday I had one of those emails from CarMax, and it had the guy's name and email, the first person that I took the car to, and everything else. Saw his email. I wanted it in writing. I sent him an email. I think I talked about that. Figured that I wasn't going to get a call or email or a response till Monday. He was actually working. He was at home, but he knew somebody in the office, and he actually took the time to send that email over to them so they can get to me in a timely manner, and I didn't have to wait till Monday. So I did get a call from CarMax, and the lady told me the problem is that there's a reject on my title. The reject on my title, so I don't need to have my title to sell my vehicle. Me going to where I originally lived at, where I first bought my vehicle, I wouldn't be able to sell no matter what. They want it to be a clean title. There's a reject on there. I have to go ahead and I have the phone number. Got to call them on Monday. Basically, got to call the state and see why there's a reject and have them remove it. That's to sell my car. Once I do that, all I literally have to do is go there with my vehicle to any location, show them my driver's license, make sure that it's my name, like they're going to verify my name. Then they're going to call my lien holder to make sure that if they pay them off the $1,400, that they will release the title to them. And then I will get, they just need to phone verify that they, have them on a recorded line saying, yes, if you pay this for Mr. Alien, we'll go ahead and send you a title, and then they're good. So it's the reject that's the actual issue. Now that makes sense. Now I understand. So I'm very happy for that call. I'll call Monday. I have no idea what that's gonna, like, how long that might take. Could be just a day or two. I mean, if it's on a computer, they could change it really quick. I have no idea. They might, it might be me calling the state and having to record a voicemail and then wait for them to call me back, and you know what I mean, one of those things. I don't know until I try it. Next thing on that as well is I do have an interview. I have a job interview on Tuesday. I had filled out applications. I guess some people are under the impression that I'm not looking for a job and stuff like that. I have just been stating that everything that's happened would have still happened. I still would have been homeless. The best that I could hope for is I would make enough money to rent a room. And I thought I've been clear saying things like, if all I wanted to do was stop being homeless, then the bar is set too low. There's a lot more that I want out of life. I want to feel extremely fulfilled. But I do have a job interview on Tuesday. Why this goes on? Because what if? So this is about my plans. There's a lot of what ifs and a lot of open stuff, right? Like so, where am I exactly? I am, and for quite some time have been in a mindset of whatever comes, I have to take. You know what I mean? I am, I am mentally prepared to the best of my abilities. That if I have to live on the streets, then that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm also trying to, it's a lot of variables with other people. Like, do I sell my car? Like sometimes I go back and forth, man. It's like kind of an emotional roller coaster. If I land this job I believe offers part time and full time. It's not enough money to do much at all. 14, 15 bucks an hour, something along those lines. I definitely know it's not more than $15 an hour. Is it a job that I can do? Yeah, unless they've lied about it and stuff like that. But I have an interview this Tuesday, okay, and I'll definitely fill you in on that. I'll let you know if I accept the job. I'll let you know if they even offer it to me. I'll let you know, everything. What I'm saying? I'm very transparent. So if it does take a while and I do end up selling my car, then this is the whole plan. So you're gonna have to go on this what if journey with me. And what I would ask of you is if you have any tips, advice, things that you would suggest, put it in the comments. If you guys have anything where you would like to offer me something, like I don't know, maybe you got a property that you don't use anymore, or you got a shed. I don't think if somebody said hey Alien, you can come live with me. I live with my mom and something like that, or hey Alien, you can stay at my house. You gotta one thing I would ask that you guys consider is you guys know me because I'm always on the camera, and I've had bad experiences with moving into people's houses where I was renting a room, or when I stayed with friends and family members. You know what I'm saying? I understand you guys could trust me. I don't know. I don't know you guys quite like on that personal level of actually, what am I comfortable with staying in somebody's house. So I don't think I would accept offers like that. It is nice and it's appreciative. Some people could say I would take anything other than living on the streets. Well, would you move into a place and then find out the person is a axe murderer and you know what I mean? But if anybody I'm not saying that I would get offers like that. I just throw that out there. But if anybody wants to offer me something, I am totally open-minded, and maybe a phone conversation could sway what I think. Maybe a conversation, me using my alien technology can find out, are you safe or not? You know what I'm saying? Am I counting on any of that stuff? No. But you never know never know who could watch one of my videos, and you never know what could happen. And I stay positive that way. So about the what ifs. What if it takes a while before I sell my car? Well, I don't have any money and I'm not making any money, so this interview on Tuesday could be very, very, very good for me to at least, sustain myself a little bit, right? If I have to live back in my car when this hotel's done, and if I sell my car, I know that I'm a little bit over the place. This is how my brain is, processing it on me freestyle and doing a raw video. If I sell my car and if I have to live on the streets, there's like a good 99% chance that I do not want to stay out here in this state. I'd probably go out west. There's more resources. Like right now, I couldn't go into a shelter no matter what. This is what I want to talk about. Unfortunately, and I've said this in videos before. But I have new subscribers, so I'm gonna have to repeat myself a little bit. Unless you are a woman, or a woman with a child, or a man with a child, or over a certain age, or have a drug and drinking alcohol problem. I don't know if they consider drinking, but yeah, drug and alcohol problem, and you have to be over 55. They are not accepting anybody, so they are at capacity. Unfortunately, and what I need to do is I need to record some of these conversations when I talk to these people. I have been told I'm the wrong color. I have been, them say things to me that were rude and nasty. I know a place that will, proposition women. So they'll say that they're at capacity, but guess what? If it doesn't even matter if you're an ugly woman or not, they'll let you stay there, but they're going to want something from you. And unfortunately, some of these people are like that with men as well. It's way more common for women, but homeless men do get propositioned by other men, and they are in a small little thing of authority, and they want to victimize and hold homeless people down. That's one of the ways they do it. Another way they do it is that they talk to you disrespectful and they talk to you crazy, and then they think you're just going to take it. There's people out every single day that have nice vehicles, nice homes, but they have a lot of stress. And you see them at Walmart, you see them at Burger King, you see them at McDonald's, where the slightest thing makes them go unhinged. Some of those people snap and start whooping on people. When you're homeless or you're living in a car, you are that much closer to the edge most of the time. You know what I mean? You have to control your emotions. Having somebody talk stupid to you, or have somebody trying to steal from you, and unfortunately a lot of those shelters are breeding grounds of some homeless people, and they click up, and what they like to do is steal your stuff. Now, I would like to think that I'm a mature, responsible adult. However, I do have a very bad temper, and I'm a humble person. However, I'll be frank. I don't care if it's a homeless person or anybody in this world. You try to steal something from me, you're going to have to kill me. And it's not just like, oh, I'm just going to say that. And I know that's a bold statement. I will fight for my belongings. I will fight for my self-defense and all that stuff. And I like to say I'm humble, but the God honest truth, I could hurt somebody really bad because I've done it before and they had it coming. I'm not going to let anybody do that to me. I ain't a little kid anymore. Nobody gets over on me like that. I don't put my hands on anybody unless I have to defend myself or they were hurting somebody else. And everybody's a tough guy until they meet one, and it's the last thing I want to come off. But and what sucks about all that stuff is that unfortunately some of the altercations I've had living in my car, it's always them wanting to call the cops on me. Wait a minute, you were running your mouth. Oh, wait a minute, you were talking about how you were pocket checking people and running up, and then they were all out. There's like 8 of them out there, and I'm the one who's standing up because I'm not going to let somebody talk like that and let them run the streets like that and be that close to my car thinking that I'm going to be a victim. It's predator and prey, unfortunately. And that's literally, should I have said something? No. Has somebody tried to rob me before? Yeah, and I've talked about it on here. Did I get stabbed a bunch of times with a flathead screwdriver? Yeah. Did I give up my stuff? No. What I would like to encourage you guys to think about is I don't like talking about I'd much rather talk about how I got hurt than what I did to somebody else. There's a reason why I have my stuff. There's a reason I did. It wasn't a flawless victory. They got theirs too. You know what I mean? But I don't want to get sidetracked with that. I might even cut that out of the video, to tell you the truth. Or maybe I'll leave it in, who knows. So the what ifs is if I sell my car and I'm on the street, if I sell my car and I don't have a hotel, if my friend, I didn't want to stay at this place another week and I don't know if they'll grant the original price, I'll probably be on the street. I have to pay my friend back for this hotel at the very least. So if I end up keeping my car, I'm going to pay her back. I'm going to pay her back off the first paycheck that I got. And for all I know, I could be getting either interviews or calls. Maybe it just takes a while for them to finally process my applications. None of the jobs are life changing in the aspect of, am I going to be able to move into a house in a month or two with that income? No. Most jobs are very low paying. And it's because they probably aren't making as much money as they once did, or that they need to, they're greedy and they want to capitalize it. You know what I mean? I guess that all depends. I can't talk for everybody. I don't talk for myself. The job that's $14-15, from what it sounds like it'd be something that I'd be very good at. It also sounds like something that I could actually have some fun while I'm working. Am I going to be able to do a whole lot with it? No. Will I be able to sustain myself a little bit better? Yes. Especially if I'm in a position of waiting for the title. Do I really sell my car? Maybe the interview goes so well that I get offered more money. Who knows, right? Excuse me. Yeah, so I guess the game plan is being open-minded. I will go to the interview on Tuesday. I will find out on Monday, can I take the reject off my title? Like, if they told me that they can't take the reject off there no matter what because it's already been done, then clearly I can never sell my car. And in that case, I just baby it and try to do the best that I can. And maybe with this email, maybe people might have jobs they could offer me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Alien, if you come, let's say for example, to South Carolina, we'll pay you, $70,000 a year, just run the farm, and I don't have any farm experience, but run the farm, for example. You know what I mean? Or in the future, one of my videos could blow up, but but the real game plan is one, I think it's in. Excuse me, sorry about that. One, for my mental stability and for morale, I need to be on YouTube. I need to always make YouTube content. I think it keeps me very grounded, very on the straight and narrow. It also really helps me out, mentally. And I like all of you guys. You know what I mean? I don't even like all of you guys. I rock with you guys the way you rock with me. I got love for y'all. You know what I mean? And that's the God honest truth. I know you guys got love for me because you guys wouldn't put it in the comments if you didn't. You know what I mean? In the future, my YouTube, let's say 5-10 years from now, could be at 1 million subscribers. In the next week, it could be. You never know when that algorithm is going to hit. Am I counting on it and banking on it? No, but I definitely know that within 5 or 10 years of me continuously upload and documenting my journey, and do I think 5 years from now will I still be homeless? No, but the content can evolve as I go on. You know what I'm saying? But I will always want to fix homelessness, and the best way to fix homelessness is make sure it doesn't happen to begin with. You guys aren't making enough money. Like, I don't know if you guys are in particular, but there's so many Americans out there that aren't making enough. And it just unfortunately looks like it's going to get worse. And if you guys saw that debate the other night, you'd probably say, probably scratching in your head. You know what I'm saying? And I feel the same way. Maybe I'll make a video about that. But I'm really excited to hear from you guys. I am excited about this interview because that could help me out. Even if they only offer me part-time, I guess some money at this point is better than none, especially when my gas tank is on the low side, and my money's on the low side as well. Because how am I supposed to, I don't even know if I'm supposed to turn my car on and start doing DoorDash, because what if my car breaks down right now and I'm trying to sell it? You know what I mean? I guess the same thing could happen about me going to that interview and stuff. But at least I'm not putting more miles and wear and tear on it and stuff like that. And I don't think my car is just going to happen like that. But I am nervous, and I'm scared about it, because that's all I got. You know what I mean? That's all I got right now. It's either that or the streets, and there is no shelters. Out west, yes, there's more shelters. Some of the shelters are, in like out here, the bad areas I talk about, they I grew up in bad areas, and I wish I could talk more about it. What do I consider a bad area? A bad area is that if somebody tries to take your belongings and you give it to them, they'll still do you in. That's what happens here. There's little to no fist fights. It's always something. It's always somebody pulling something out. There's their illegal Second Amendment, or it could be their legal, all that stuff happens all the time. West, can that stuff, out west, in areas that I grew up at and stuff like that, does that happen? Yeah, but there is a better chance of them not doing you in afterwards. There's more of fist fighting. It's more, people will click up and still try to jump you, unfortunately. However, I know out west better. Out here in the Midwest, not so much. And out here in the bad areas, it's literally, I think the only two, but there was three white people that hanged out at that bad trucking spot, and that was me, roughing it, and this other guy. The rest weren't. And not like that matters. It only matters if you get oppressed. And unfortunately, yes, you get oppressed, you get judged. I was told when my car windows got smashed in twice at my apartment complexes because I was white. And I said, what the hell does that have anything to do with it? They go, at the very least, they think that you are leaving expensive stuff in your car that they're trying to steal. That's pretty oppressive. Other people's windows got smashed in too, but I feel like I'm rambling a little bit. So the plans literally are, if I'm, thank you guys for bearing with me. The plans are, if I'm going to end up living on the street, I'm going to go out west. If I live on the street, it's because I'm going to be selling my car, right? The plan is that I would buy a used vehicle if I could come across something that was halfway decent, and it has to be out of the state anyways, because I'll still owe property tax on my old vehicle, right? Find something halfway decent for around $3,000. Work and always work at some kind of job, whether it's part-time or full-time, something that I know that's not going to be life-changing money, but something that will sustain me and my vehicle. And on top of all that, for my mental clarity and for this community, to continue putting stuff on YouTube. I believe eventually YouTube will, I could, rake in a lot of revenue. Like, let's say, for example, suddenly I'm making $100,000 a year off of YouTube. Do you think I would spend all that money? I could live off very little. And what could I do with that money? I could help a lot of homeless people and people that are potentially homeless. What I really don't like is the homelessness out here is done at the local level. So let's say, for example, you are a church, and in your church, and you say that you're big on community and everything else, and then the state gives you vouchers for apartments or vouchers for hotels and stuff like that. They are going to handpick, if at all, who they're going to give it to. A lot of these places, and it's nothing against churches, I just use them as an example. A lot of those places out here will sell it to you. So they got it for free, and they're like, yeah, you can go ahead, and this is a voucher for a house for 6 months or a year. Pay me $3,000 and I'll give it to you. It's that kind of corruption. So when people are like, man, our country spends so much on homelessness and they're still out there. Well, yeah, our states and our federal government or whatever, the grants and them trying to fix stuff. It's a lot of the problem is the quote unquote nonprofit people who they have $100,000 or more coming out of that to pay them. So just because they say the nonprofit doesn't mean that the employees don't get paid. They do get volunteers. The volunteers do not get paid, but a lot of those people do get paid, and they have very big, salaries for that year, or they make a lot of money. On top of which, they do a lot of corruption. Like I said, men get propositioned, so do women. Women are more often for that to happen. Then on top of all that, what they do is, they're very selective of who they help and who they don't help. They, unfortunately, I have seen shelters where they're all in cahoots. You know what I mean? That's how out here. Are all of them out like that? In other places, I can't speak on it. Out here, yeah. And then I couldn't even get into one during the winter. It kind of made sense. Like, wait a minute, everybody that's on the streets can't. Of course they're at capacity. Now that it's it's hot and stuff like that. Yeah, could they still do it? To get some air conditioning? But the truth is they're being selective, and I don't fall in their categories for them to help me. And why would they want to help me anyways? Like, they're not going to get anything from me. I'm not going to give them any money. They're not going to. They proposition me, and if they did that and they said it in a nasty, direct, nasty way or disrespectful way, I'm liable to lose my temper. And when I lose my temper, I'm not just going to stand there and let you do that to me. You know what I mean? I'm also not going to get yelled at for eating, or I'm not going to be talked to a dirty way. I understand if you break a rule and you get told something, sure. But there's one way to say, hey, you're not supposed to have your cell phones out when you sleep. And there's another thing when there's a bunch of curse words in front of it and a bunch of slurs at the end of it. You understand what I'm saying? If you said, please put your phone away. No phones when everybody's sleeping. Okay, but if you go and say a bunch of words and you call them out, you call that person out their name, then that's totally different. Like, do I sit here and sleep and let this person just do that to me, or do I say, you know what, I don't need to put up with that stuff. It doesn't matter how desperate I am. I don't think and those people get something from that. There's, it's not like they're so mad. It's not like what you did was so bad. They want to put people down to feel better about themselves. It's the same thing that a lot of cops, before they became cops, they were picked on when they were kids. They got picked on little kids. Now that they have the authority, now that they have the authority, a lot of them abuse it. And unfortunately, it's the same thing with this. I might drop another video today talking about a different subject, but I definitely do want everybody to drop some comments, hit the likes, and hit my email if you guys want to talk or whatever. I want to thank everybody so much.